Right, good morning everyone. I have a little project for you. I know I've not been around for a couple of days, but I've just got things to go, sort through and whatnot. I'm trying to sort all the boxes out that I've got in the house and whatnot. Anyway, so this is a little box. I mean, it's not perfect at all, but it's great for putting little trinkets in. So it's a little trinket box, but it's made up really, really easy. So it's an easy trinket box for you lot to do. And you can give them as little gifts with things in. Look, it's coming up Christmas. Let's start making some things. So I've got some little bits and pieces that I'm going to share with you. You want some bead caps? I've got two sizes because I made this myself. So you want large and small. You want a couple of beads, a tassel. You need a, sorry, I can't get these out, hang on. Let's have a look. You need a pin, obviously. Put it together. We're going to do that first. So there's the beads. And I put these on the corners just for decoration. So we've got those as well. I'm just going to keep them in there because I drop things, I have to say. I've made one of these. It's just like a little crocheted flower, and then just added one of those in because I'm going to use the same material. And put them around the top as well, like that. Now, you learn by your mistakes. I have done boxes like this many times. I have got boxes online on videos if you want to look at others. Different ways of doing them, done them with paper. This one is a padded box, but I've done it in sections. So you do 4 sections and you pad it and then you put it together on the base, like that. Now obviously I just quickly whipped this one up this morning so that I could show you. And they're not hard to do. First thing we're going to do though is to do the pin. So you need, large bead, small bead, up to you what size you want for the tops. So I'm just going to use 2 of these. Put them back in there. And then obviously I'm going to need 2 smaller ones for the smaller bead. Like that. Now, if I wanted to, and I might just do that actually, is I can add, see I put everything in my jars, I can see everything and I actually use things more. When it's out on display I can see what I have and it encourages me and gets my head going. So I can actually, that one will do. I can actually see and it motivates me to make things. Gives me inspiration, let's put it that way. Right, so I'm going to first put on the large cap. Put the bead on. Then the large cap. Then the roundel. Then the bead cap. Smaller bead. And then the bead cap. Like that. Now, as long as you glue it in, it will be fine. So what I do with mine is I pull that back to there and I pop on some glue and then I push that down like that, push that into place, and then with this bit, you see it's not quite gone there as the glue, so I just move that down a little bit and I pop on a touch of glue there, and that will actually hold all of that in place, and then you just snip it like that. Make sure it's not sharp and going to hurt you in any way. So there's your little top. Now, like I say, when I did this, what I didn't realise was you can't, when you're padding it, you can't just pop that on because it's loose. It'll flop everywhere. So what I did was I put a hole in the middle, poured some glue in, poured some glue on top, and then sat that in it, and it stuck the whole lot together. That's just, you've just got to be careful of that. So that's ready, and we'll put that to one side. I did cut my tassel down, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do this one. We'll see when it's on, because I could have done with it, you know, a little bit longer, but hey, I like that one. Next, what you're going to need, now you won't need those anymore, are pieces. Now I've got one ready, just to show you as an example. You just, I'm using the thin, we have this in the shop, wadding, with the flexible card. It's not even stiff card, because you don't need to have stiff card. And then you just cover it. And I've got some fabrics at the side of me. I might need to get some more. So I'm going to do that now. So I'll just pop that there. And don't waste anything like this. Keep it in a bag and use it for stuffing. Comes in handy. So what I'm going to do now, and if you notice, I put the ribbon on. And I've put it on the corners as well. Because these are all glued together after you've covered them. So first of all, what we're going to need is some... I'm going to put this out the way just for a minute. We don't need that yet. I'm sorry about that. My desk is dirty. Isn't. How many people aren't? I don't have a dirty one. Right, what I'm going to do now is this size. I'm going to do them at 10 centimetres. So make sure that's kind of level. And just mark that off. 10 centimetres there. Like that. You can cut this with scissors dead easy. Like that. So I want mine squared. It's not going to be square. Well, I'll make a difference. I can sell these on the shop. We've got two different sizes. So this one is 8 centimetres that way, 10 centimetres that way. So I'm just going to draw that just to make sure I get a straight line. And of course, let's just make sure this one's straight. Three cut at 10 centimetres by 8 centimetres, and then cut two 8 centimetre square. Now you need the base first, and we're going to cover that with a little bit of fabric. So I'm just using the same fabric that I've used with the box, and all you do, right, is to put some glue around it like that, and that's going to be perfectly, keep that still, okay, like that. That's going to be great. Then what you do is just trim it down to the size you need. I'd leave ½ an inch all the way around. You don't put any wadding on this section. Not yet. So, what we're going to do is do a line near the edge and a line above it. And just fold that over like that. I'm not going right to the ends, there's a reason. Do the same on that end, that side. Like that. Now what I do is, before I fold it over, I just trim it off like that. Take the corners out, it does help. And then glue these, glue these bits down. Just glue that down like that. So go across, not down, do it diagonally. And then snip it off, but leave just a couple of millimetres away from the board, like that. And then just glue in between. Don't glue on that, glue in between. And there's a reason why I do this first. So you just do that. You can get your nails in, or you can get your fingers in and fold that over, and it does give you a nice neat edge. So then, see, like that. Just fold that in, nice neat edge. I get glue all over me. So again, just glue on this board, nothing else. Put your nails in, or put your fingers in, and pull that tightly over. Like that. And then you glue down the end. Like that. That's a nice neat finish. So that's the base of your box. Easy. Now, I would, and I'm going to, cover the base now. So I'm just going to take a little bit of felt. Make sure it's straight-ish. Like that. See? You're just covering the base. Like that. Turn that around. And then all I'm going to do is to trim that off. Now I can pull that back a little bit. Just keep it neat if you can. This is so easy to do, this box. And you can end up, you get hooked on them. You do, you get hooked on them. So, if you want to trim it down, you can. I'm not going to, I'm going to leave mine as is. So, but I'm just going to fill this in. Like that. That's all I'm going to do. That's all you need to do. Trim that a little bit there. That's great. That's your base done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cover the fronts. So again, this is where you need your wadding. So just take your wadding, and cover. Pop that on like that. Take your next one. Just do that. Oops, take that out of the way. Just gonna get some glue. And then you need to do the sides, obviously. Now don't worry about the top, because we're going to cut that to size anyway. Like I say, that can all do for wadding. Don't throw anything away. Right, so now what we've got to do, I know that these are the sides and that these are the ends, the bigger ones. So I've got to get my fabric. So let me just find some nice fabric. I need my mat. Don't matter what side I use, it's all dirty. Right, okay, so I've got some fabric here. And I'm going to finish off using the one I had before. Will that work? No. That piece will. You just do the same as you did before and leave a little border around it, okay? So what we're going to do is turn that upside down. Sorry, like that. Push down and wrap that over. And you do all the pieces exactly the same. It's just an easier way, a lazy way to make a box. But the point is, you don't have to fuss about it. You can sit and make as many boxes as you want with ease and not have a problem. And you can't say, I can't do that, because you can. Like that. We just flatten that down. That just helps it when you're pulling it over to fasten it nicely. Again, chop. I've not cut it on the end, and that folds over and makes a nice neat edge. See? Along the edge, push that in, pull that over, and then you can soon, we're going to cover it anyway, and then you can just glue them ends in. Like that. Just glue them in. Oh, I use them to tuck in and pull that over. And stretch it over, see? Nice neat edge. Like that. We're going to cover that. That's not a problem. And pull that out again. And push that one back in. Nice padded section. Now, I'll come back. I'll do another one. I'll do another one. But then, I'll just do them while I'm on here. I was going to say I'll go off and come back, but I might as well just do them. Okay. You can cut any of this excess off, that's not a problem. I don't bother because I cover it up. Push it down, push that over, and as long as you pull in the middle section, you get that tautness here. Okay? And then, like I say, we just glue that in. I've just done something you should never do. You should never hold your glue gun down. Rest it. You should never do that. Okay, that's done that. And again, just snip it off. Just holds it down and keeps it neat. Now, if I want to cut it, I can, look. That's not a problem, is it? These are really easy ways to make boxes. You know, when you're doing your fairs and things like that, you can make them and put them on for sale. Little trinket boxes. Don't forget, they can be modern, they can be vintage, can be steampunk, old-fashioned, whatever you want to do. It's a box you can use for anything. So, I'm just going to fold that back like that. fold that in and pull that down, and that's nice and neat. And then all I have to do is glue that in, glue that section in, glue this section, pull it in nice and neat. And the thing is, you could also cut off, if you don't like it, you can cut the ends off these sections here. I just leave them on because once you've got it put together, you don't see it at all. Like that, you see that bit there? If I wanted, I could get the small scissors and just snip that off. Not fussed. That's another one done. Now we're going to do this one. Like that. I mean, that's a little bit bigger. We'll cut that off there. I'm going to take some of that off. See how easy it is? You don't even have to have it straight. As long as you pull it, you'll get that neatness there. And I can trim that bit down. I don't have to, but because it's all going to get covered up. And then just dab a glue in there. Just at an angle to cover that. Like you say. And I'm going to cut it. Glue that bit down if you want, if it's, you know, you prefer it. Like I say, just glue it in the middle, and that way you can use your fingers to pull it over. Just little hints and tips, because it can get a bit messy. Some people have got, they don't have fine glue tips, you know, and so the glue can sometimes pour out, and it's better than burning your fingers off, I'll tell you. So we're just going to put the box together. Now, before I do that, I'm going to cover these. We want the pink felt on. Couldn't remember what I was going to say then. Pink felt. And I'm not fussed if it's not all matching. Don't bother me at all. So what I'm going to do is just to the edge. Yeah, that's fine. You can do it. And this saves you having to line it and everything. Now you need to pull it in, so it's not all, so you leave a gap, like that. And then what I'm going to do, like that. And you've covered it, okay? That's one. Another one, this one. What I'm going to do is I'll just glue it, and then it's only going to glue where I want it glued. and I can leave some of it off. And leave that over the so it hangs over the edge of the felt slightly. I only have to cut 3 sides. Okay. That's it. There we go. 2 sides, front and back, sorry, 2 sides and the base. So now the fun bit is we're going to put this together. Here's the base. I'm going to take my sides, and what you do is make sure that fits. It does. Have I got the right one? I hope so. They're the sides, yeah. So you glue right on the edge where you've got the felt. And you push it towards and pull it up. But make sure that the ends here are level. And that's all you do. We do that again. Turn that around. I'm going to show you. Don't lay it completely flat. Get it level first. And then lift it up. Don't worry, it'll dry. That's fine. And then we've got the sides. Now you have to make sure you've got them the right way. That's right. Again, glue that bit down there. And then just glue along the edge. And you sit that on and push that up. Easy, innit? No messing about. Just got to put the thing together. Make sure we've got that the right way. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the right way because it's slightly taller on one end. So, in one way. And you push that in. Push it into the base. It's like a magic box, isn't it? Now, just peel it off. And then all you do, let that drop. And again, right down that seam. And then you add that to it. Like that. And just hold that because the material and the felt will keep it together. With the help of the glue. Again, don't worry about that, that comes off. I'm using the silk taffeta. So again, just pull that together. And we're going to cover these, so that don't matter anyway. But it's holding it, it's fine. Just take that off. Again. Just pull that over. See how neat that is, but you're going to cover it anyway, or you can leave as is, doesn't matter. And you've got a nice, neat little box. Now, that's fine. You can just, if there's anything you're not sure about, just put a dab of glue in it. and hold it in. That'll go, that's fine. I'm happy with that. That was my fault, I did that. But I'm going to put a little bit of trim around the edge. So, let's have a look, see what we're going to do. We need to make the lid. We'll do the lid exactly the same. Okay. Cut a lot more than what I need, but we're going to make sure it's right over the edge this time, because this is the lid. Pull it right over. Nice top like that. And then, like we say, I'm just going to cut that down and cut that down. And then do the same with that. Slip with the scissors there, but never mind, it'll be all right. We're just going to fold that over like we've done before. Fold it over. Do that. See, that's what I did, but I'm going to snip that bit off there. You're not going to see it. Like that. Again, pinch that in, pull that over tight, and then glue that down like that. And then this piece will sit on top of there. Now, I haven't done mine as neat as I would do. I'm just showing you how to make it. And I'm limited for time because I've got to go out. So, today, Rayma's just gone to the post office for me. So I'm just going to do that and put that on. Now, I'm just going to put this roughly in the middle, like that. Now this is where we've now got to put on the little top that we made. So I have to put a hole in there. So I'm take my skewer. I need the other one, I think. That's roughly in the middle. And I just have to loosen it a little bit. See, like that. And what you do is, I need my tassel. So I'm going to get my tassel. And you add glue all in there and around there, and then add that and push it down and hold it down. At the same time, you need to put the tassel on. Now I'm going to cut my tassel because I want it to fit around there and around there. And it wouldn't go over twice, it's not big enough. So I'm just going to do that. Pull that in. pull it in, that'd be fine. Now if I were you, let it dry. Just let that dry. And while it's drying, you can add on your flowers. So I want mine to the side actually. I'm going to turn mine around. Whoops. Just sit that there. I'm going to turn mine to the side like that. And then just sit my rose in there. I'm going to pull that out a little bit because I need another rose in there. Oops, daisy, I need the glue. I'm just on the last of that glue. So in there, like that. Sorry, that was the Catherine. I'm just on the last of the glue, Catherine. It's been good glue actually, I do agree with you. Oh, I have to sort some out. Right. I used 6 roses and that was just fine. But you see that hole's gone now. You can't, you know, it. Oh, look what I've just done. That was my fault. Sorry, folks. It stuck to my finger. I'll heat that up afterwards, and you can, if you heat it up and dab it with something metal, it'll bring it off. Anyway, but I've done that. Sorry about that. That was my fault. And that's perfectly all right on there now. As you can see, it perfectly fits my box. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put a little bit of trimming around here. Now I use just thin, put that back. I use some thin ribbon. You can use what you want, braiding or whatever, but I didn't have a braid that really fitted. It looked well with it. Now leave some hanging over. Should have actually done this first, but never mind, it doesn't matter. We all learn. The last thing I would put on is that I've done there. Or not the last, that's on the box, I mean. Just stick that in the middle. Like that for decoration. Pretty, isn't it? There's the lid on top. And then I've got these little flowery bits that I want to add on. On there. Little flat back pearls. Make sure they're on okay. Oh, covered in glue. Come on, last one. Get it finished before the camera runs out. Again. But there you go. And I'm sure, now I'm leaving mine long, I think. Yeah. I'm going to leave mine long. But yeah, there you go. Another little box. Oh, that's not little. I've made a bigger one. But there's a matching pair. Cute, aren't they? Now don't tell me you can't do that, as I know you can. And I can't help but show you easy ways to do things. But I think they're cute. Yeah. Very cute. And I'm going to give those to my granddaughter. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.